Hi there, welcome to Seasoning, where the platform where we speak truth to power. You're certainly going to hear discussions around the census. Now, for me, the whole thing, it almost sounds as though there's a plan. They have a plan for us and those in government. And that's why I keep talking about us for the need for us to participate in our own governance on a daily basis, using the powers we possess as sovereigns. What are those powers? Quickly, let me show you. It says here, 14.2a. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. And of course, 14.2c. The participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. We need to use those powers consistently. Now, let's go to the heart of the matter. Let's go to the heart of the matter and show you what is really going on. The census has become a political football. Some will say do it, some will say don't do it because of X, Y, and Z. And successive governments have made sure that have ended up not having a census, because what is allowed the political manipulation of results and so on and so forth. And we are unable to plan properly for each of the demographics, infrastructure, healthcare, schools, etc., and so on and so forth. That's going to change. Listen to this now, and you will see that we're none the wiser. We're 2 months into the end of the year, and they're planning for the census to take place a few months. This is poor planning all around. I just want to highlight that. Let's listen. Here we go.
The House of Representatives, lawmakers resolved to investigate the 200 billion naira so far expended on the postponed 2023 population and housing census by the National Population Commission. Here's a report of how the week under review went in the lower chamber.
Lawmakers in the House of Representatives on Wednesday were worried about the 2023 National Population and Housing Census exercise, earlier rescheduled to hold in May. The census was postponed for a second time indefinitely over what the National Population Commission in June referred to as the government's transition program and post-election mood in the country. The Commission also stated that 200 billion naira of the initial 800 billion naira budget had so far been spent. This has now caught the attention of Parliament, as the House of Representatives wants an investigation following a motion by Honorable Dominic Okafor.
Also aware that the financial investment in 2023 population census planning will have improved economic planning and distribution of palliatives in the country. Also worried that about the National Population Commission remarks that if the population and housing census fails to take place within 12 months, the information gathered across the country will become stale, a waste of resources, and the country will have to increase costs of gathering fresh information. Aware that the National Population Commission, led by Chairman Alhaji Nasser Isapara, expressed readiness to conduct a population and housing census during a visit to the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on July 6, 2023. Therefore, the House resolves, 1, urge the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces to declare a date for the population and housing census exercise and conduct the 2023 population and housing census to facilitate accurate economic planning.
After 17 years since the last census, and with just 2 months left to the end of the year, Honorable Okafor believes that the 2023 census should still hold, but this is met with mixed reactions from other members of the House.
If, as a parliament today, we are urging...
You see that they're playing the game. They all know what it is. You see, they're saying, oh, no, we have to do it anyway. We'll start with it, start the process. And some of them are saying security. Yes, they're all right, but the problem has been the security should not even be something that's being used as a way to say, oh, we can't do the census. The security should be in place. And this is what I'm talking about, the political game that they're playing. You know, oh, you know, we should do it nonetheless. No, we shouldn't do it. There should be security already in place. The safety and the security of the people should be the primary purpose of government. In not dealing with that, oh, we wait until this is used to hide and prevent proper census from taking place. That's the point that's been made here. Let's carry on.
The federal government to fix a date in this 2023, which we have less than 100 days to go, to embark on 2023 census. I don't think we are fair to Nigerians that are displaced from the northeast, from the southeast, from the north central, and from the northwest. So I urge honorable colleagues to understand that In Nigeria, we are not ready to conduct census now because most of our geographical locations are inaccessible.
And that is because of failure of governance. The job of the governance is to provide safety and security. No excuses. It should not for those insecurity to be used as an excuse to not carry out census. But you see, we cannot have that kind of a debate because you know what it is. And that's why we keep talking about the need for us to begin to exercise our sovereignty. You know, to use this as an excuse is just a way to prevent real figures being of the demographics taking place. We should make sure, in fact, it should be priority of the government to flush out those bandits and so on and so forth carrying out this this abductions and unaliving people. Let's go ahead.
Unreachable. Mr. Speaker, let me remind us, for farmers to go to farm 3 kilometers away from their comfort zone is not possible because they will end up being in the hands of either bandits or Boko Haram members.
Mr. Speaker, the mover of the motion in their number 2 prayer did not insist or urge the federal government to conduct this census in 2023. He only urged the federal government to fix a date subject to the information on security as available to the federal government. And in any case, all these situations that my colleague referred to were in place when they fixed the 2023 census. And money has been appropriated. Money has been spent. So this motion is only asking that that money appropriated should be accounted for and a date should be fixed. And it is only the executive that have the prerogative under the Constitution to do that. Number 3, sir. The third thing is that they are only asking the National Population Commission not to relent in the preparation. We know that this thing was postponed because of our election. Now that we are out of election, let us begin to plan for this country through proper and effective counting of the people that reside in the country.
That is a relevant point to be made, but it should be made in the context of ensuring that there is already on ground safety and security, and those who are saying no to it, they have an agenda clearly. But you know, I'm in support of what is being said there. But I'm saying there's a political game that's being played by both sides. That is what we, the citizens, must guard against.
Speaker, if we want to do a holistic census, we should allow things to simmer down a little bit, where at least we can have something that looks like a holistic census. That's my position. Unless if we want to waste money and just presume and just assume and then come and submit a report that we've done census, then we can do that. Mr. Speaker, I think we should, for now, hold on this until we are at least sure that we have relative peace across the country to conduct this. Thank you.
When they get to the
all of this is proof that the government has already failed to provide safety and security as a new government. Because the census should not be interrupted by insecurity. The military should already be on the case to flush out the people.
We are very much aware, Mr. Speaker, that Benue has been burning, Plateau State has been under siege for quite some time, Niger has been under siege for quite some time. If you get to the northwest, it is the same situation in Katsina, in Zamfara, in Sokoto. Are we not just deceiving ourselves when we say we want to go for a population where we have not secured the people, we have not guaranteed them? It is not about the IDPs. The IDPs can be counted. But what about those who are hidden in the forest that nobody can assess them? We need, in population, you need to carry out the good, the bad, and the ugly. As far as I'm concerned,
We are not yet there until we secure the terrain and the people.
And every time they do not have a proper census, it affects planning, and that's the point I'm saying here.
People of Nigeria, before this can be done.
The motion is amended to restrict the resolution to just an investigation.
Order, please. Order.
Meanwhile, before the end of plenary, a communication was received from President Bola Tinubu requesting approval.
So we're not going to go into the approval process now. We're just really talking about the census. The census has become a political football being used to ensure that the actual census that we need to take place never takes place. And it is time that we, the people, using the powers we possess, as I've stated before, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all the powers and authorities, for section 14.2a. And then the 14.2c, the participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. So these are the kind of things we need to encourage others to also to know. I'll read that to you incidentally in Yoruba as well, section 14.2a. Let me just see if I can quickly do something with this. I don't know if it will work. 1 second. It may do, it may not work, but we will try anyway. Sorry about that, 1 second. So here we go. So now you can stand up for your rights and ask people to really question those elected into office. So that is in English. Now I'm going to read it to you in Yoruba. I just quickly have to go and do that. So let me read it to you in Yoruba. In Yoruba now. Beg your pardon. 1 second. Don't know what happened there. Okay, so what I read to you in English, I'm going to read to you in Yoruba. It says here, ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ìgbà gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. That's section 42. 14.2c, the participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. 14.2c. Those are the things we need to begin to use to hold our governance to account. So on every area of the governance, we have the powers to hold them to account. And we must do that on a daily basis, begin to question them, demand answers, ensure that we remind them at the beginning of every meeting who exactly the sovereigns are and what powers they possess and how they can use it to ensure that those powers, they are used in the right manner, and we, the people, our job is to monitor them, participate in our governance on a daily basis. That's what we must do. So let me just, I think we'll probably bring it to an end now. Thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Let me just check something quickly. So please don't forget, subscribe to Citizen AY, hit the notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up and help us reach more people. Thank you so very much. You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now.